bunch of Kimpins, and welcome back to Mallory Rock, where there's still been a murder. You're better at that.
In Not Savannah.
Mallory Rock. So, we are back with our episode 2 of Hunt a Killer, the Mallory Rock season 2 recap. Okay, so first and foremost, there was a couple things we missed doing last episode. We didn't do a timeline, so I put that together in the in-between, and I have that now. And there was a whole riddle with those Bible verses that we missed. So, to recap, first and foremost, our timeline is here. It's not as cute, but a couple things I've noted on here. 2004, 2006, and 2017, there were bodies discovered at Valentine's Bluff with the they said identical injuries to Beth. And then we have, so I think what they want you to do is base your timeline off when you open your first box. So we opened our first box last episode on January 29th, and that's when we established that Beth went into the water at Vanishing Beach. So 6 weeks prior to that, Beth's body was found, which I'm calling December 18th. Real sad, right before Christmas. And then we have today, the present. So there's our timeline. Let's take a quick look back at our characters. We've got Beth. She's been murdered. She was on the town council, married to Joey Hendricks, has a daughter named Ruby. She was an accountant. Her sister Gwen thinks work could be related to her death. Her death originally was ruled an accident, and she had severe trauma to the back of her head. Body found at Valentine's Bluff. Body went into the water at Vanishing Beach. Gwen is who hired Michelle, and then we're all their detectives. Michelle's the private eye. Beth's sister, owner and operator of the Mariners Lodge. Hotel has pool problems. Previous owners were eccentric. Martin Hendricks helped her buy the hotel. No one wants Gwen to reopen Beth's case, and she had a thing with Officer Sully. That was another thing I missed from last episode. There were some screenshots and some texts, and she was like, I thought you cared, or something like that, and he was like, it's not like that, Gwenny.
She's trying to get out of a lot of speeding tickets.
Then we have Joey Hendricks. Beth's husband, at the funeral, he said he was sorry to Beth for everything and felt like he let her down. That's all I really know about Joey right now. High school sweethearts.
Let her down in the water.
Officer Sullivan Combs. Sully. Officer on Beth's case. Gwen has been in contact with him trying to get the case reopened, and again he calls her Gwenny. They broke up though. Martin Hendricks. Beth's father-in-law, CEO of Hendricks Group Land Development, married to Jody Hendricks, father to Joey, also on the town council. Reverend Reaver. He's our local reverend. Did not want to speak at Beth's memorial. Tried to say he was attending a spiritual retreat. And Bible verses written on the back of the program was a code. And the code was for, I must try to forgive her. And here are the Bible verses and the highlighted words that they wanted us to find in there. I have confirmed via the website that's what the code meant. There is a Cora Weaver Memorial Scholarship Fund. The family asked for donations to that in lieu of flowers for Beth, and it seems like a really big deal on the island. Edward Gundy, local DJ, filled Beth's seat on the town council, found the kayak, and on the town council, he wants to be a progressive advocate for Mallory Rock. Then we've got Sam Gundy, owner of Mother Earth, right near the water where Beth went into the water. Ed Gundy's daughter, non-voting member of town council as the secretary. And we have our eye on her. Jordan Woodard. You know what they say, never trust a man named Jordan.
No, don't.
He owns JW Enterprises. Also, look at this picture. Holding his little glass of scotch or whatever, like a real tool.
That's probably That's probably how he drinks water. There's probably water in that.
So he owns JW Enterprises, revitalized the housing industry on Mallory Rock by flipping houses, recently started buying restaurants. So he's got the Louis Lobster Pound and the Rock Lounge. Tax evasion has been quoted as saying taxes are for suckers, and he's left-handed. I also have my eye on him. So those are our people. Those are our notable people thus far, I should add. We have our next package from Gwen. Okay, in it we have another letter from Gwen. The autopsy report, excellent. Oh, and I guess family statements. Beth's planner page, this guy. Store flyer from Sam's store. I'm telling you, I got my eye on her. Crumpled note, Jody's note. Beth's Hope Stone, which got the whole thing reopened. I think that's a little flimsy, but that's more feedback for you, Hunt a Killer writers. And the necklace. The necklace. Okay, so episode 2. To complete this episode, examine all documents, check the virtual desktop for additional evidence, decipher all coded messages, update profiles on any potential suspects, and the timeline of events. So last time we had to get the place of where she went in. So we are trying to find the time of death. So we need to start by reading Gwen's letter, but I think we are looking for time of death.
Detective, or detectives in this case.
That's us.
The last time I saw Beth, she was fidgeting with the damn stone so much she almost dropped it in her coffee. Joey and Ruby have been staying with Jody and Martin. Seems Joey wanted to be even closer to his parents. Since their house is empty now, I was able to get into Beth's home office. From what I can tell, she was the last person in there.
Ooh.
Beth was always a neat freak. I went through everything. I tore out her planner page from the day she died and grabbed whatever looked out of place. A note from Jody, an obnoxiously loud flyer, and a necklace wrapped in a note from Sam Gundy to Joey.
Wait. A necklace wrapped in a note from Joey to Sam. So this necklace is wrapped in this note.
Yes.
There are circles on the back. And because we're filming and we've got lights on us, it's circling certain words. There's our decoded message this time. Not gonna get past me 2 episodes in a row.
Fool me once. Not sure what happened there, but I can't believe that whack job still asked Joey for favors.
Okay, Sam's a whack job. We already knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, whack job. Get it?
Okay.
Because she whacked her in the back of the head.
Case closed. I've also added some new items to the shared desktop. You'll find screenshots from our neighborhood forum on good fences. Beth was a moderator with her friend Leah. The Mallory Rock forum has been down for a bit. I've included Leah's email from her info, but Leah sent me admin-level screenshots of all the posts from the day Beth died. I've added Ruby's video, too. The other new item is a link to a cloud file service Beth was using called KeepSafe. It's password locked, and I think she was keeping her work on there. There might be some information there that can help. The one time I spoke to Michelle, she suggested that confirming Beth's timeline could help find and eliminate suspects. Whatever Beth was doing that Friday eventually led to her death, so I'm hoping that if we track her movements, we'll learn when she was killed. All I know is that Beth was supposed to meet me that afternoon around 4:30 to talk about what to do with Mom. Beth didn't show up until 4:45. It seems stupid now. I should have just asked what was wrong. I figured she'd lost track of time, but Beth never forgets anything.
Ruby's click clack. Oh, is that supposed to be like TikTok? As far as click clack goes, I've seen better. Okay, on the planner.
Yes.
Okay, so the planner page is from the day she died.
Yes.
Ruby. I was originally thinking last episode Ruby was a small child, but she's not. So in the morning, we got French toast with Ruby. Then 9 a.m. review post from yesterday. Asked Leah about Lighthouse Fest prep. So she's a moderator on Good Fences. She's going to review the post from yesterday. Then 11 a.m. library books due. It says check GE. And then it says call CB about Augusta account. Chris Valentine. Then at 2 p.m. going to pick up egg sandwich from Ma's. Then at 4 p.m., she writes, meet Gwen. Oh, so this is like the 30. So at 2:30, at 9:30, review post, 2:30, pick up sandwich, 4:30, meet Gwen. 7, portobello risotto for dinner. Ruby's going to the movies. 8, try to sort things out with Clarence. And then it says 11 p.m., wait up for Ruby. Don't fall asleep on the couch again. Then the next day at 8:30 was supposed to be breakfast date with Ruby. 10 a.m., meeting with JWE. So Jordan Woodard Enterprises, I'm assuming. And it's crossed out and says return his docs, I guess. Tax evasion. 11 a.m. conference call with commission. 12 p.m. call CB, Chris Ballantyne, we're assuming. 2 p.m. council meeting, Lighthouse Festival. 5 p.m. Lighthouse tour with Amandine, so she is the town manager. 7 p.m. family dinner with Martin, Jody, and Jody's making meatloaf. Bring substitute for Ruby, so she must not like meatloaf or must not eat meat.
Weird.
Okay.
I want to read the flyer from Sam Gundy.
We are closed.
We are closed. I was just verbally assaulted in my own store for no reason. And for the safety of myself and customers, we're closing at 4:43 p.m. today.
What an odd time.
Any appointments will be rescheduled after I've cleansed the store of all negative energy and will open tomorrow at regular hours. Namaste, Sam.
So, this crumpled up note with the necklace. Perhaps this is why Beth was upset with Sam. Hi, Joey. Long time no see. Remind me, you're available for work, right? I was just taking a look around the shop, and not to be a bummer, but it needs so much work done. It's unreal. Do you remember when your dad stopped by and offered to build up the shop at a discounted, respectable rate? That was the greatest help when I just started out. Other contractors are just quoting me way too high, and it's really been disrupting my inner peace lately. You know, I always try to keep calm, but they wouldn't even account for me being a small business owner. I mean, don't they know it's a huge risk to trust a new company? Ridiculous. Anywho, I noticed a leak in Mother Island's storage room. Not that it matters, but there's still that patch I got last time when the corner of the ceiling was all droopy. I tried shining a light through it. I think that's just a hint for us to shine a light through the note, which I already figured out because filming. I'm not sure if it's rain damage or what, but I'm worried about it caving in and damaging the herbs back there. Do you think your dad would be willing to come take a look at it? Maybe he'll know how to fix it permanently, or, you know, if he's too far away, maybe you could come take a look at it yourself. I'm sure it's not even that big a deal. Thanks, Sam. Why was the necklace in there? Oh, wait. So
What?
The necklace says risk taker. So on the back of the note, the words circled are "You're the greatest risk I was willing to take."
So Sam and Joey.
I've been thinking that all along. Sam after Beth's man.
So she wrote this hoping that she could then like decode it
Hoping that Joey could decode it.
because that's her necklace. Bam! So Sam Gundy wrapped her necklace in a note.
Well, no, she maybe not necessarily wrapped her necklace in the note. We don't know who did that.
And we also have this note. This is the one to Beth from Jody. Dear Beth, I was just thinking about you the other day, and I wanted to thank you for being such a guiding light in Joey's life. After his accident, the world seemed rather dark for him. Martin and I tried our best to be there, but I'm sure there are moments that none of us fully comprehend. I know you're trying your best, but perhaps you can give him a bit more space. Yesterday, he told me that you were upset about how counseling went, and I wanted to offer a bit of advice that, of course, you're free to disregard. You know, I've always admired your ability to face things head on, but relationships are different than town council policies. You have to be more understanding of how difficult Joey's recovery has been if you're going to have a successful marriage. Martin and I have not remained married for over 40 years without compromises. I cannot tell you how many times I've had to take a step back and reappraise the situation for Martin, and every time we're better for it. If you are willing to let your pride go, I know your relationship will blossom into years of happiness. Now I look forward to our family dinner on Saturday, and I hope you can resolve this conflict you're having with my son by then. Martin and I wish to see nothing but smiles that evening, and I'm sure you wish the same. You'll be bringing a dish, won't you? We should coordinate. Best wishes, Jody.
What a weird, resolve your stuff with your husband so that me and my husband can see you all smiles. Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, autopsy report. Mechanism of death is asphyxia due to drowning. Her body washed ashore on North Beach and was discovered by boaters at approximately 11 a.m. the following morning. Okay, clothing found. Light blue blazer, light blue pants, analog watch, damaged and reads 10:43. Estimated time of death. The watch on the body shows evident water damage. Tests on similar watch suggest that the watch could have stopped somewhere between 30 minutes to 7 hours after submerged in water. So, she goes into the water. She's there for less than 24 hours. Watch stopped working around 10:43. So, we are anywhere from 7 hours to 30 minutes prior to that time that she goes in. Whew.
Well, I think, we're going to have to read the statements from the family.
Injuries: blunt force traumatic injury with minimal cranial fractures resulting in cranial bruising. Injury appears to have resulted from contact with hard, squared object. So, she's conked with a square object. Rock and sand particulate as well as natural fibers from posterior head injury. So her head injury have rock and sand. Could be a piece of driftwood. Furthermore, because of what is known about the brand of watch, it is presumed that the body entered the water no later than 10:13 p.m. and no earlier than 3:43 p.m. that Friday. So we're in this window. So the last known sighting of Beth was approximately 6 to 7 when Ruby had dinner with her.
I have feeling
Ooh.
that because Gwen states that she was supposed to meet Beth around 4:30. She didn't show up till 4:45. I was so annoyed she kept me waiting. Even when she got there, she was distant and distracted. So I have a feeling that Beth approached Sam in Sam's store
around
and told
4:30, and that's why she was late.
And told her, hey,
back up off my man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they deactivated good offenses because Beth died. Beth, known on the forum as Ferris Wheel, was the light of this community that will remain in our hearts forever and always. So, and then these posts are what Leah sent me admin level screenshots of all the posts from the day Beth died. Okay, good fences posts. She also commented on Ruby's post at 9:10 about her friends canceling her plans. There was a post. There are actually two posts from Jordan Woodard. JWE networking event. I'm sponsoring an event at the Last Bastion tonight at 7 p.m. Go ahead and invite your friends and family. Stop by, grab a drink, and take a look at some of our newly renovated homes. Must be 21 or over to drink. JW. Then Beth comments on that as the moderator. Just a reminder, but self-promotion is against the rules of the forum. Then what it would, lead you to question, why'd you approve the post? You're the moderator. That's what the moderator does. But anyway, Then Jordan comments on that. Ferris wheel. This isn't self-promotion. It's a community get-together. I'll save you a drink just so you can sit back and look pretty. JW. Ugh. Then he posts again at 7:08 p.m. So after the event has started. So I'm getting the feel that Jordan is on the outs. None of his businesses were in the brochure from last episode. At 7:08, reminder, JWE networking opportunity. Since someone decided to lock my previous thread, I just wanted to remind everybody that I'm hosting a bar night at the Last Bastion on behalf of JWE. I'll order drinks to get us started. Just stop by my table before you leave, JW. Then he comments again at 8:29. I'm still here in case your schedules have freed up. We'll be here till closing, so come on down while there's still time. Your drink's still waiting, Ferris wheel, at 8:29. So no one has come to his event, which is like kind of sad. But maybe he's a tool.
Yeah.
But then at 8:14 p.m., TJ Richards posts, worst night ever. Let's play a game. It's Friday night and the only night you can get some decent sleep. There are people outside your window yelling about who knows what. But hey, I'm sure they'll stop soon, right? Right? No, they'll keep going for nearly an hour and a half. So he posted at 8:14. So it probably started. So I guess Beth left dinner at her house and went to the... Because, no, they'll keep going for nearly an hour and a half. That's an hour or so out of your sleep. In case it hadn't occurred to them, some people have to wake up at 5 in the morning. Now, what could they be arguing about at this time of night, you asked? Well, they're so busy shouting over each other that I can't really tell. But the lady in the blue pantsuit must be awfully bent on getting an answer because she's still standing there talking to this man who somehow seems even more uninterested in the conversation than me. What's your pick? Lovers quarrel? Breakup? Update. For those of you saying just go outside and talk to them, I don't see any reason why I should have to go talk to them. They should know better than to be this loud at night. Update 2. I have taken a peek out my window and I'm in awe of all the people to be outside my house screaming. I'm really surprised that it's the Reverend that doesn't seem to understand the importance of some peace and quiet. So we've got, so he does say it's a Friday night, the only night you can get some peace. So on Friday night, Beth and the Reverend are having an argument. Beth needs answers from the Reverend. Then 3:47 p.m. Okay. From Samantha Gundy, titled Needing to Vent. So, as many of you know, I'm like the nicest person you will ever meet, but there's something that's been weighing on my spirit lately. I feel I'm up against the wall with this acquaintance of mine. Our energies clash all the time, and we've been at odds for over 30 years at this point. I honestly wish she'd just disappear, but I mean, you guys know me well enough to know that I would never wish harm on anyone. If not for them, then at least to protect my own psyche. No need to take on bad karma, right? But enough's enough. This woman thinks she knows what's best for everyone when she doesn't know the half of it. And her poor husband, my gods, I can't even get any contract work done at the shop without her complaining about it. To be fair, if my aura was as overbearing as hers, I'd probably be worried about my husband leaving for a better person too. You all should see her trot around the town hall. She treats me like somehow less than her, even though we're supposed to be on the same team. I even went so far as to send her a peace offering before a very nice herbal skin lotion from Mother Island that's currently in stock. But she claims it caused her to break out. Yeah, right. My store is all homeopathic, and every item is charged for good manifestations. Also, like, you can be allergic to stuff. So, if you broke out, it was from something you did, not me. Maybe it was from micromanaging your husband and everyone else in your life. this bitch. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. I've been so stressed lately because this woman keeps bringing all this negativity into my space, and I just want to be done with it. Have any of you experienced this before? How did you handle it? Then Amandine, the town manager, says, you're ridiculous. The Wild family, which I'm assuming is like a family account in town, says, Sam, are you okay? Janet. So Janet Wild. Doug Brown responds to that, doubt it. And then Sam replies to that, to the Wild fam, I'm fine, just a little frustrated. Thanks for checking in. Beth comments, why don't you try talking to them about it honestly instead of posting such a passive-aggressive note on a public forum? Sam comments on that. I've tried several times, actually, Ferris wheel. Beth comments back, Mother Island, are you serious? Sam comments back, yes, I have, and if she thinks I haven't, she's more than welcome to come by my shop and talk to me for once. Tanner comments on the overall thread. Yeah, I had an old roommate that wouldn't leave me alone for years. Bad case of main brain. He finally left to meet his soulmate, and I couldn't be more thankful. Just hang in there. All waste finds its way out eventually. Then Dan Short, comments on Tanner's comment. Dude, you're one to talk. Tanner comments back to Dan. Listen, I'm still here, ain't I? What? So much passive-aggressive energy in this town. So we've got this post caused Beth to go to Sam's store. Interesting.
So is the last person to see Beth Ruby around 6?
No, I'm assuming it was probably the Reverend after dinner based on that post about them arguing at night.
So her death had to have happened after 9.
So my guess is she has dinner with Ruby. Then maybe the Reverend comes by. Well, they already, the report says her body went in no later than 10:13 p.m.
Okay, no, she'll shift the letters up and down with 1851. So shift H up 1, shift O, 8, P5, and E1. So then what letters do you get? Try I, W, U, F.
Why? Who would set a password like that?
You would.
I think there's a code in Clarence's email. The same thing as the Reverend. Oh, Clarence Reaver.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Reverend.
Yeah.
So they're being counseled by the Reverend. So it's the same Bible verse thing. This is your fault, leave me alone. Damn.
Why not just say that?
Yeah, why are you talking all cryptic? So, and then the first one was, I must try to forgive her. So now he's saying, this is your fault, leave me alone, for some unknown reason. So, I mean, we'll try it.
9:21 to 10:13.
I mean, that's less than an hour. It's a pretty goddamn narrow window, Gwen. Which she posted 9:10.
Try 9:10. 9:10 to 10:13.
Okay, so she went in. She was last heard from 9:10 p.m. Did not go into the water later than 10:13 p.m. that night. That's what we've established here. We've established Sam hates her, even though she's trying to be all like, namaste. Boo, Sam. I still have my eye on you. Jordan, still have my eye on you. Whole town, got my eye on you. You're all very passive-aggressive and weird. And Jody, be a better mother-in-law. Be more like my mother-in-law. Hey. What else did we establish this episode?
That she has a really strange way of making passwords.
And the Reverend is the most passive-aggressive. Mm-hmm. And he is saying that the problems in Joey and Beth's marriage were Beth's fault. Okay. TikTok is click-clack in this universe. So that's when she went in. Gwen's response to us. This makes a lot of sense. Looking back through the Good Fences post, I can see that Beth commented on Ruby's video at 9:10. This information puts us on the right track to find whoever killed Beth. If only I had called her like I planned to, invited her over to talk or something, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Stop blaming yourself, Gwen. Were you able to crack KeepSafe? Yes, I got in, but I can't figure out the Cora folder. Let's leave it for now. While you're working on the timeline, I managed to put together a list of suspects. Everyone I looked into has known Beth for years, but I believe we're looking at one of these 6 people. Joey, Sam, Jody, Martin, Clarence, or Jordan. I don't think it's the Reverend.
see.
I'd be lying if I said my immediate suspicion didn't lean towards Joey. Classic. I'm pretty sure something was going on between him and Sam, who also seemed to have her own problems with Beth. Martin and Jody have always been a little overbearing as in-laws. You saw Jody's note, and it's a little convenient that their alibis rely on each other. And then there's Clarence, who argued with Beth that night she died, and Jordan, who had a falling out with Beth and is a total scumbag anyways. How did the necklace end up in the note? So the plot thickens. That's this episode. Join us next month for our next episode of Hunt a Killer, Mallory Rock. And please comment below. Are you playing along too this season? Are you also having trouble with that shift code? Man, that was a doozy. If you like this video, like this video. If you didn't like this video, like this video. Again, comment below. Subscribe. Yeah. Subscribe or you're going to miss the content on the channel. And I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Bye.